What's good, everybody, man? We are live tonight. Your boy Ruck in the building, man. My boy Turn was literally just with me, was going live with us tonight. But there was an emergency, man, in his home. So we rocking this thing solo tonight, man. You already know what it is, baby. It's straight up Tennessee, the Monday rundown, man. We're going to talk a little bit about a lot of little updates, man, that's going on right now. The SEC and all of the permanent rival situation. Is there an update? What do we want to see? What do we hope to see? Greg McElroy, man, he really is high on Tennessee, but it's with a catch. Can't wait to kind of dive into that. And then just the overall fan excitement, man. This is when we really want to turn the show over to you guys who are watching tonight. The overall excitement about where is this program headed? I mean, we're for the first time since 2014 and 15 on the way to having 2 top 10 recruiting classes in 23 and 24. It's close. And so we just want to talk about the overall excitement, man, of the program. You already know what it is, baby. It's the Monday rundown. It's your boy Ruck in the building. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. It's the Monday rundown. Let's get it.
It's the North Ender, sets the race onto the field. The finals will be pouring the giant sea that stretches from that north end ground on a cold day, becoming Glendale as the big orange sets the race on the Shield Bucket Field, ladies and gentlemen, and wherever you are.
Yo. What's good, people? What's happening? Hope everybody's having a great Monday so far, man. We got some folks tuned in tonight live with me, man. Like I said earlier, if you didn't hear, the boy Turn was literally just on with me, but just had a family emergency really quickly. So I was like, man, I got to get this show going. Hopefully he can get on here in the next few minutes. But if not, man, it's just going to be me, and we're going to dive into the Monday rundown, man. I hope everybody is having a great week so far, man. You know what to do right now. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification right now. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead, hit the bell notification so you never miss a show, you never miss an episode. We're on our way to 550 subs, y'all. 550 subs. We on the way. How can you help us get there? There's somebody you know that I don't know. There's somebody you know that me and Turn don't know. Why ain't they subscribed? Go ahead, click that bell, hit that subscribe button, man. So you never miss an episode. Also, man, thank you to Whitehead Auto Sales, who is our premier sponsor, man. They are in the Blount County market and now in the South Knoxville market for used car business, man. I have 2 vehicles from them, and I love what they do. I love Andy, closest friend, but also just a great businessman, and he wants to truly take care of the people he's surrounded by. So if you're in the business for a new car and you need something, man, whiteheadautosales.com. What's good, everybody? Man, it feels good to be live tonight. It's Monday. Woo! Your boy ain't gonna lie, I had a long day. I feel like I've been working since I got up, hit the gym, instantly came back, put different clothes on, hop in the work truck, get some work done, go to the office, get out of the office, go pick up the kids, come back home. It don't stop. And for everybody that got kids that didn't tell me how much busier life gets, I hate you. I'm mad at you. Everybody watching this right now, I'm mad at y'all for not telling your boy that when your kids get older and they get wild, it's almost impossible to tame them things, except for when they are asleep. But no, I'm just playing. But it's the best season, and it's so much fun, man. It is so much fun. But it is busy. So I have been, that's why, we've been at really about 2 episodes a week, man. We really want to get back to that 3. Just been kind of up and down right now between Turn being out and then different things just popping up, just like tonight, man. He was literally right here on the show. Y'all think I'm lying? I can add him to the stream right here. Look. I don't know where he went. I just added him, but he ain't coming back. So let's see if I can find him. Watch this. Boom. See, look, he was right there, but now he ain't here. You see what I'm saying? So it's just your boy. But I kind of want to dive in, man. The Tennessee baseball team had Georgia over the weekend. They lost that series, man. I think that was our winning streak snapped, which is totally fine right now. I think that Tennessee has the opportunity in the baseball realm of things to really lock in a great seed in the SEC tournament, but also as they continue to play, I think we've got a few more series left before it gets down to legit crunch time and it's time to win games. There's still a lot of excitement around the program as far as the baseball program. I think that we all just need to continue to cheer them on with caution. I feel like we are just very streaky right now at this moment. And it's kind of like, I don't know, do we get excited? Do we not? Do we look forward to what's going to happen, or, what do we do? I don't know. But I say all of that to say they will be fine. And we know this, and we just got to let them do what they do and continue to root them and cheer them on right now. So, man, I want to talk about the SEC and the permanent rivals deal. Back in, I guess it was January or February, the SEC came out and said, obviously, Texas and Oklahoma, they're going to join the SEC in 24. 1 year earlier than they were expected to, which in my opinion is genius, but it's also fantastic for not just the SEC, but it's great for football. It's great for basketball. And I don't think Texas and Oklahoma truly understand what was about to happen to them. All of these games that they were winning and winning 9, 10, 11 games a year, it's over. Like they're going to have to adjust, just as Texas A&M had to, just as Missouri, other teams like that, just how they had to adjust to how to win in the SEC. Missouri still hasn't figured it out, to be honest. Texas A&M has had a couple of great years since they've joined the SEC, but I don't think people fully understand what it means to join the SEC and have to play the best competition every single Saturday. It's not like you get a game off and it's like, ooh, all right, man, we got Tennessee this week. No. It's not like that. Even a down SEC team like South Carolina. I mean, I hate to bring it back up, but we go into South Carolina last year, head full. We just lost to Georgia. We like, man, we finna smack South Carolina, and we go in there and get beat by 30. Hendon goes down. Like, there's a lot of things that play into Hendon going down, right? But the point is, you can't take a week off in the SEC like you can in other conferences. So I say that to say, the South Carolina, the Oklahomas and Texases of the world, when they get into the SEC, there is no weeks off. Okay, sure, you can say, but Rug, Vanderbilt, I get it. But Vanderbilt is more than capable of beating somebody. Like, ask Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we want to get real technical, ask Kentucky what happened, right? But I say all of that because I need people to understand that as Texas and Oklahoma get into the league, sure, they're going to be able to compete well instantly, but at the same time, they are going to lose more games than they have in the past. There's no more of these 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, undefeated seasons, especially undefeated. I mean, comment right now if you think Texas and Oklahoma are going undefeated in the SEC in the next 3 years. In football specifically, if you truly believe that, I'd love to see you comment. If you agree with me that they are not going to go undefeated, shoot, I don't even think they can get to 11 wins in the next 3 years in the SEC. I don't think so, especially with what I wanted to talk about anyways, especially with how the SEC is about to make permanent rivals. Are we going to go to the 3-6 scale? Are we going to go to the 8-3 scale or whatever it is? I think it's like, you'll have 3 permanent rivals, and then the other either 6 to 8 rotate. So you have 3 permanents. So in Tennessee's case, let's say you got the 3 permanents, right? In my eyes, it would more than likely be Vandy, Florida, and Alabama, right? And if they take Vandy away, then I would say Georgia, Florida, Alabama. I mean, that's what I would think. And I think that the only interchangeable one would be the Vandy one, Vandy and Georgia. I think you got to keep Florida and Alabama for Tennessee. But anyways, other teams are going to have, they could have the opportunity to have 3 permanents as well. But then the other 8 teams from the SEC rotate every single year. So you might play the same team twice in a year, but you might not. So the other model is you have, I'm pretty sure it's 1 permanent rival. So that might be for us, Florida or Alabama per se. Could not see that being Vanderbilt or Georgia if you just have 1 permanent rival. And I could be butchering this, but I'm pretty sure it's either you're going to have 3 or you're going to have 1. And the other, I guess, 6 to 8 games, you will rotate depending on who you haven't played or who you have played in previous years. In my opinion, I like the 3-6 rule. I mean, it gives you 2 games, 2-ish, kind of like, let's see, because if you play 3 permanent and you have 8 rotating, that's 11. That means you get 1 game that is like a cupcake team. However, I think it's 3 and 6, so it makes more sense to me. It's 9. So that means you have 3 games where it could be an out-of-conference rival. It could be it could be a cupcake team, homecoming, whatever you want to do. If that happens, which is what I want to see, I'd love to see the 3 permanent and the 6 rotating. I can't see how anybody could tell me Texas and Oklahoma fare well with that. That means 9 of their 12 games, they can't take a week off. And not doing that for so long, I mean, for so long, ever, let's just say that, ever, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure how they will fare. You like, comment, man, comment right now. Like, how do you actually think Texas and Oklahoma will fare? I mean, Tennessee's been doing it as long as we can remember, right? Since the SEC was formed. Again, like I said a little bit earlier, Texas A&M had to adjust to get to that level. When they got over here, they was not doing it like that. You feel me? Like, they really were not. Johnny Manziel comes in, he beats Alabama. Then you get Kenny Trill, who was a 1-season wonder. Then you get Kellen Mond in there for them. And so it's like they had great teams, but they still didn't get over the hump. And so as much of a powerhouse as Texas is, and how much of a powerhouse Oklahoma has been or had been in the Lincoln Riley era, is that over? I think they went 6-6 last year. I mean, there's nothing for me to be excited about Oklahoma. I don't care, right? I mean, the best thing to come from Oklahoma, I guess the best 3 things to come from Oklahoma was Jalen Hurts, but he really an Alabama boy. So, like, can we say he was from Oklahoma, right? Number 2 would be CD Lamb, right? He's having a great career for the Dallas Cowboys. And then number 3 would be Hollywood Brown, right? Like Marquise Brown. I mean, past that, I mean, Joe Mixon, right? I don't know what the hype is. Yes, Oklahoma has some pretty good teams. I mean, Kyler Murray. Okay, Kyler Murray. I'm thinking about Kyler Murray now. Oklahoma has had good. How do I say this? Oklahoma has had good talent on okay teams. They've played in a horrific conference, so they would literally go undefeated, right? I think they were in the college football playoff with Jalen Hurts, and they lost in the first round, or they either won in the first round against Cincinnati that year. I can't remember how that went. But my point is, they've had good talent on okay teams. Like, they're just okay. When they start to play real dogs and real boys, they lose. And so I want to see the 3-6 model, and I want to see how everybody does year 1 with that. 2024 has the potential to be a special season, not just for Tennessee, but I think for the SEC as a whole. It is going to show us, one, how much better we truly are as a conference. But I think it is also going to give us this vision on where we're headed for the next few years, simply because it's a completely different field, bringing in Texas and Oklahoma. Man, I want to kind of turn my attention to the Greg McElroy thing that I actually put in the title of the episode. Greg McElroy had an interview on his show that he does all the time. What's it called? Always College Football, I'm pretty sure. And he was talking about how Tennessee has to continue to do what they did last year, right? He explained, and the title of it is, he says that Tennessee is on an upward trajectory toward a natty. And coming from a guy from Alabama who hates Tennessee, that's massive. And so obviously I'm locked in. I think Greg McElroy is a great football mind. He's very intelligent, but I also love hearing him speak because he does understand football and he doesn't look at jerseys. I mean, he does probably in his private time, but when he's analyzing and being very analytical and constructive against a team, he's really just authentic. And I really respect that about him. But Greg McElroy says right here, even though there's a gap between the two, Tennessee has enough from multiple avenues to be a key player on the national stage. He said, but Tennessee, you've got to continue to do it. You got to continue to play against Alabama, to play better against Georgia. And they are still, it feels like, at least right now, there's a pretty decent sized gap between Tennessee and Georgia. I mean, based off last year, I mean, I would say so. But then Greg says this, but when you take everything into account and you look at how Tennessee has recruited in the past, how Tennessee is going to continue to recruit, and their commitment to the NIL, where they're at right now as far as fan support and morale standpoint, it does feel like Tennessee is on an upward trajectory. I'm really optimistic about them. And reading that from a fan perspective, like we are, it really opens your eyes to what not what the analysts think, not what ESPN or Fox or whatever. It's not just what they think, but it's what people who have been in the SEC, people who are on a grand stage as far as podcasters and college football analysts and college football media, like Tennessee is on the tip of their tongue. At the beginning of last year, it was not. People thought Tennessee would be better, but no one thought that we would do what we did. And, credit to Josh Heupel, credit to Hendon Hooker, credit to the leadership of that team. They took that team to the next level. We could say Josh Heupel was a massive part of it, and he was. I mean, he's obviously game planning and coaching and scheming and putting people in the right position to be successful. But at the same time, the players got to go out and execute. And every Saturday, we really did. And I think that, to me, was a bigger sign of improvement than the actual, all right, you're beating teams by 30 and 40 points. You beat Florida, who you haven't beaten since 2016. You beat Alabama for the first time in over a decade, right? Like, these things don't happen without players showing up to play. And I think effort is what we got. We always saw, and I always felt like after I saw Tennessee play Ole Miss in 2021 at Neyland Stadium, that is still to this day one of the things my wife talks about all the time, is how crazy that atmosphere was. Me and Turner were talking this week, actually, and we was like, okay, in all honesty, was the 2021 Ole Miss game a better environment than beating Alabama in 22? And I could not say that, like, yes, Ole Miss game was a better environment. But what I did say, and what is true, is I felt like the Ole Miss game was a more hostile environment. Like, from warm-ups, man, like, everybody was just boo, just hooping, hollering the entire game. it really wasn't like that against Alabama. I think we were against Alabama. I think everybody was a little nervous. Like, I think everybody was excited and like, dang, Tennessee can win this game. But I don't think we really believed that we could. And so hostile and excitement are different, I think. Hostile was like, we didn't care if we lost to Ole Miss. Like, we was going to give Lane Kiffin the worst night of his life. And we did. It was amazing. But like the Knicks, like the Alabama game was more of like, we're loud because we really just want to win. And we're tired of losing to Alabama. And so, but my wife still talks about, like, we talk about the Ole Miss game. Like, that was crazy. The environment was crazy. Obviously, all the mustard bottles and golf balls. That's so stupid. But it showed you and I hate to say this, but it showed you passion. It showed you how hungry Tennessee was to get back to a place that we've never been. And, looking forward now to 2023 and this season, I don't see a lot of games where I'm like, I don't know. Like, I think this entire year is a very like, yeah, we're going to win that game. We're going to win that game. We're not going to win that game. We're going to win that game. And so I ain't going to dive into it right now. Me and Turner will talk a lot about that in the weeks to come. But I say all of that to bring this back to Tennessee's back. And for us to be on the tip of people's tongues when they talk about college football and offense and up and coming or who's back, it's Tennessee. And I think us as fans, I think a lot of us sometimes we get in this space where it's like, don't be excited. Like, we don't know yet. Be excited, man. Like, we've been waiting for this, bro, for years. So why are we going to sit here and act like we ain't excited? Man, yeah, we had a good year last year. I mean, we're looking forward to next year, but, I don't know, man. I think it was just hinting. No, Tennessee is back. And we saw that from a 7-5 year in 2021 with Heupel. We saw what he was going to bring with more time, more talent, an actual recruiting cycle. I mean, look, we finished top 10 in recruiting. What does that tell you? Like, we're not going anywhere. Tennessee is like, we here, dog. We here. Just deal with it. I think it is tough for us as fans to realize that we have become the hunted. After what we did last year, people have us circled on their schedule as I want to beat them. And we got to kind of carry that on our shoulders. We got to carry that on the chin and be like, all right, that's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. We're going to handle it and we're going to do our thing. So, yeah. Man, that's the Monday rundown, y'all. There's so much excitement around this program, and I'm so excited. Man, I'm excited to see in the next few weeks, they start summer workouts back. Man, we got the Ollie Lane camp on June 2nd. Again, man, we're going to be covering a lot of the Vols players from Joe Milton to Aaron Beasley to Ollie himself. Squirrel's going to be there. Brew McCoy. I think I already said it, but Joe Milton, man. And so we're just going to have the opportunity to kick it with those guys for a couple of days and hopefully get some interviews out of it, and spend some time with them and just get their thoughts on Knoxville and like, hey, why Tennessee? What was it about Tennessee that drew you in? But not even about that. Like, what do you love now that you're here? Obviously, you love the ball. You love the ball side of it. But, man, what about Knoxville is it that really is truly home sweet home? You know what I mean? So thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight, man. It's been a banger night. I've truly enjoyed it. I love going live. I wish the boy Turn could have been on with me, but he's not. And it's okay. So I hope y'all just have enjoyed it as much as I have. Trying to think, man. We'll be back on Wednesday for sure. I know that's a fact. We'll also be on there for the Chop It Up Friday episode. We'll do Gas or Trash on Wednesday. Gonna be fun, man. I can't wait. Might go live again on Wednesday simply because the boy Turn didn't get to go live with me tonight. Like I said, he had a family emergency. A lot of things going on in his house tonight. So it's best that he stayed off, and the boy Ruck, I just handled it tonight. So, but man, y'all already know what to do, man. Like, comment, subscribe, rate this thing 5 stars if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. We thank you. We love y'all, man. Everybody watching live on YouTube, appreciate y'all. Continue to show love at every moment of the day. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Ruck. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. We'll be back on Wednesday for the midweek chat. We outie.